Hi guys, I'm Sana this side from Design 101 and we are going to do the special video peep into my own house. I'm an interior designer at Design 101. So to begin with, I would like to just point out the first fact that this house is only having a 22 feet width and that's the face of the house. So that gave us a lot of challenges, and with challenges come out designs which are really interesting. So in the garden itself, I really wanted to have a nice, good plants and trees around me. What we did, because the space was less, it's approximately 6 feet space that we had. So what we did was that we hung them on these. So we got these sariye, we call it, the steel thing, the rods, and we get them welded. And from that, we are hanging the plants down. This is the main door to my house, and in this door, if you see, this is like a reclaimed wood door and we've added a new choker to it. So the door frame is new, but the door itself is not something which is new. And here you are in the living room of our house. This is the dining room also and the drawing room also. Here what you'll see is that we've created a high ceiling with this drop of the chandelier. Why we did that was the same reason that we had to build connectivity in the house. Now that we could not build it on a wider platform, we had the height to us. So for that we had to take it as an advantage for us rather than a disadvantage. So that's why we had this open ceiling idea, in which we haven't taken it up till the top floor, but for the 2 floors here in the duplex. Also, what I would like to highlight in this specific area here right now is that the paintings behind me. So this is an old, like I guess this is like a 30-year-old frame in a house. It had the mirror in it, and while building up of this house and the transportation, the mirror broke down. So with that idea, we could have actually thrown it out, because generally what happens, people feel it's a 30-year-old frame, why do we even need to keep it? But what I did here, I painted it myself, and with this new look, and we've added one of our old silk dupattas, and then I added this new painting on top of it. That's the kind of look that I try to inculcate in my designs for my clients also. Then we have a dining table. In the dining table, if you see, we have these old chairs in our house. They were 10-year-old chairs, very regular looking. They had their wooden back also. But I wanted a different feel for it, and what we did was just add a more of upholstery here. We added that all over it, and we gave it a design detail here with the stud look. So now I'll take you to the other part of our living space, that is the sitting area, and it is one of the most used area in the house, I must say. And my prime idea of building the entire house was to focus on comfort of the family, and to have a space where people can come and hang out, because we really socialize a lot at home and we have a lot of people hanging out day in and day out. So we went for these modern type furnitures, completely straight line that you're seeing here, and they are big pieces of furniture which are taking their own space in the place. And the add-on is these drop lights in the corners. Also, that you're looking behind me is a fabric which was actually gifted to me by my mother, and I guess around 20 years ago. Used it as a sari also once, and now it has actually is adorning our living area. I have made sure that I have not used any other color which is clashing with this same color. As you will see in the curtains also, what we've added is a very light shade, and highlighted only by a very light and subtle purple here. The other thing that I would point out in this room is the other sofa furniture and the sitting that we have. And if you have a look here at the table itself, this is my old coffee table which was there in my old house with the other very sleek sofa set that we had. Because this table did not have the width and we needed a wider table, here we bought this one. But we added this one as a nesting table under it. So there was some work and engineering which went into it, and we had to adjust the legs and all. But that's the look, and then it can be glided out and it can be put in also. These were my grandfather's chairs in my house, and these chairs had polish all over them and had carving also. So because I did not want to make the room heavy, because we've already had various elements here, so we kept the base white for them, and the green is there which goes with the wall decor which we already have, and we've added the blue shade because it's giving us a connectivity with our dining space here. Also coming to this, we have added this outdoor swing inside, and many people might feel like, why do have outdoor furniture inside in a very formal space? When it was outside, we were hardly using it because of the weather here in Delhi. So what I thought, to get it inside, and I believe the color gold and bronze do not go wrong with any other shades which are there. And it's a very comfortable sitting also. So we have it here, and I believe the whole look is creating the exact vibe that I would like it to have. So now from our the dining space and the living space, we are entering into a room which is basically more for the family itself. It's a very small nook which came out of the layout because we wanted to add a powder room on this floor. We wanted to make sure that guests have a separate room who are walking in and not have to go through the room. So what happened, that this space of approximately 8 feet width came out, and it was an open space here. So to add more depth to it, what we've done, we've created a box window here. With the box window, we are getting two benefits. One is that the outside greenery is coming in, and we are getting a lot of sun from outside. And during the day, I like to meditate in this room, and even my son used to hang out in this room a lot earlier. So we had his study table also here. But now, because we were spending a lot of time at home, we've converted this room into a makeshift projector room also. We've put a projector here. So in this room, you'll have a look. This is the old sofa that I had when I was living up in an apartment. So it was a very compact sofa set. We have a lot of open space so that we can pull out cushions. We can pull out that cushion, that's a floor cushion for this area, and we can just lie down here and just relax. So now we'll move to the first bedroom of the house. So this is the first bedroom of the house. This is a very ideal size room. We generally use it like the guest room and for the extra storage of the winter clothes room. If you'll see, the bed that we have manufactured here by Design 101 is that it has two boxes here and two huge boxes with a lot of storage in it. So the idea was that when we are going to use it for storage purposes, it should look nice also. We've added the polyurethane polish on it. That's the PU polish, that you can have the look, and it has all the grains of the wood coming out in it. So that is there. And the bed back, I did not want it to be a really heavy bed back. So what we've placed here is just a regular upholstered back. We've also added a light to this room, which works as an ambient light when all other lights are off in the room. So in this room, we have one wardrobe that we really like. So what we've done is cladded it with the rubber board, and we've also added trims to it and a very interesting handle. What I can show you in this wardrobe is that we have it specially for the coat hanging. So if you'll see, it had less depth, but we have put them in a form in which they're clearly visible to the eye, rather than having it, in the width section. So here we have a very interesting thing. We had the staircase running all through the house. Now, even though the width of the house was not much, but we needed the staircase to climb to the other, the other floor. Now, when we were doing that, we realized that there was approximately, 4 feet space that was going into this. I did not want to add, that was not a personal choice of mine, to have the granite running or any marble running or any stone. So what I have chosen, these are the Spanish tiles that we've cut and we've put them here on every height, so that it gives that, eventually it gives out a very mystical kind of a look to the space. So now we are entering into the other floor of the house. This is the second floor of the house, and this has the two bedrooms with their walk-in wardrobes and the washrooms attached. And also we have the temple area here. So we had this free space in this area, which came out after giving the high ceiling. So for the high ceiling, we had a cutout of approximately 5 feet by 5 feet here. And the remaining area, we added this game for my son here because he was like really into it. And that's the idea, we have it here. So when you walk around into this space, you actually, in the morning, you realize that how peaceful this whole space is. With the temple space, we wanted to give it a definition and not have it like, just in the nook of it. Also, our temple space is doubling up with our bookshelf area. We have a lot of books in the house which we had to get placement for. So we just added both of them together because knowledge itself is God. What I've added to the warmth for the space is these curtains here. We've used the old curtains also, and I've added new curtains to it. This is the space that we are looking at, which is the bookshelf area, which has been covered with this really interesting curtain. So here we are in the first bedroom on the second floor. This is my son's room, and he's 12 now, so he is a bit of a traveler in himself, so that's what we really wanted to highlight in the room also. जो room का layout है उसमें आप देखेंगे कि हर room के साथ we have added balconies to the space so that open space और sunlight जो है वो हर room को मिले. So we have a balcony running and we have a complete big window here कि उसको बहुत light है. दिस इज़ स्पेस जो वो अपनी स्टडी के लिए यूज़ करता है. हमारे घर में और भी रूम्स के अंदर उससे क्या होता है कि सेम काइंड ऑफ फर्नीचर से वी हैव एन एलिमेंट विच इज़ रनिंग ऑल थ्रू एंड कुछ स्टैंड अलोन नहीं हो रहा है एंड देयर इज़ अ थीम जो पूरे घर के अंदर बन रहा है अलॉन्ग विद द अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो विच आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हर रूम के अंदर हमने सिटिंग प्रेफर की है. इस रूम में भी हमने सिटिंग दी है उसको because he likes to practice a lot of guitar and music, so he needed his own space for that, and that's why we added it here. We have the bed here जो was manufactured by us around 10 years back, and that same bed is being used in this room also. Also one thing I would like to point out जो काफ़ी लोग मिस कर जाते हैं अपने बच्चों के रूम को डिज़ाइन करते हुए कि बच्चों की जो गेम्स होती हैं उनके जो टॉयज़ होते हैं दे कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज एज अ होम डेकोर ऑब्जेक्ट. इफ़ यू वांट आप उन चीज़ों को वॉल्स में भी ऐड कर सकते हैं. लाइक वी हैव एडेड हिज ओन फूटबॉल टेबल जो वो यूज़ करता है यही गेम. वी जस्ट हंग इट हेयर. So whenever he wants to play it, he just removes it from here, he plays and then we put it back in. इससे हमारी दो चीज़ें sort out हो जाती है. We don't need an extra space on the floor to keep his stuff and it's already looking beautiful. तो उसके रूम में वो charm add कर रहा है. So that kind of things are what we really want to inculcate in our designs also for our clients also. We've added these chairs जो उसके लिए थोड़ी सी mature look के लिए लग सकती हैं, but I think he's an old soul and he really likes such stuff. So this was our old chair in the house जिसमें हमने carving add करके एक new color add कर दिया, which color जो something which is popping out for him, and that's why we've added it here. We have a travel wall also in this room जिसमें we've highlighted his whatever he wanted in the room, तो जो उसको थोड़ा इंस्पायर करे. सो इन दिस रूम यू विल सी कि जैसे हमने हर रूम में सिटिंग दी है, इधर भी वी वांटेड टू ऐड सम सिटिंग टू द रूम. So earlier we had only a bean bag here, but we realized कि bean bag is not very comfortable and bean bag पे बैठ के he was not able to do his daily जो gaming and all है in a very it's not a formal sitting. तो we had this sofa in our house जिसको हमने फिर से repolish किया. There was a option that कि हम बीच का box remove कर सकते थे, and this box has storage also, but I thought because it's been used in the bedroom जिसमें हमें ऑलरेडी इतना ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल सिटिंग नहीं चाहिए एंड ठीक है दैट वी नीडेड अ सीट हेयर, तो वी केप्ट दैट बॉक्स जो उसका ओल्ड वर्ल्ड चार्म कंटिन्यू रखे, एंड वी एडेड द स्टड्स ऑन द साइड ऑफ द सोफा एंड a new upholstery to the same thing. Generally what happens, people keep their bed और उसके आसपास वो कोई और फर्नीचर पीस नहीं रखना चाहते थे. उनको लगता है कि बेड अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा फर्नीचर पीस है एंड वी शुड जस्ट स्टिक टू दैट. बट हेयर यू कैन क्लियरली सी कि अगर आप एक बड़े फर्नीचर पीस के साथ भी एक और पीस ऐड करेंगे, हाउ इट कैन ऐड टू द चार्म ऑफ द कंप्लीट स्पेस. So we are in the bedroom 2 of the house. This is actually the master bedroom of the house. In this room, the whole idea was to have a lot of open space because at a lot of times my son is spending time with me in this room. Like he'll come to my room in the morning and their first few hours we are in this room. We might be having a breakfast also in this room itself. So to have the breakfast here, we already have the sitting. These are very comfortable sofa chairs. They have a lot of depth and काफ़ी ही comfortable cushion है. We had this antique open cabinet which was sourced by me, and जिसको बाद में I have painted green also, just to add कि थोड़ा सा charm हो इस room के अंदर. Also जो आप इसमें देख रहे हैं, that's my own shawl which had these old paisley work going. So to add to the charm of this, we have added the paisley work shawl in this. इससे एक और प्लस पॉइंट ये हो रहा है that we are not able to see कि पीछे शेल्फ्स पे क्या है. I wanted a lot of open space so that even if you want to sit down on the floor and कुछ exercise करनी है, yoga करनी है, stretches करने हैं, we have that space and that openness feel to it. So that's why we added this space here. इसके बाद we also have the box window which is like downstairs only, जैसे आपने नीचे हमारे recreational room में देखा था. So because बाहर से जो है घर की elevation को हमने same symmetry में रखना था, so diagonally opposite we added a box window here also. Also when I was buying the recliner, I made sure that we get it in a recliner which is not fixed एक ही direction में, because जैसे आप ये space देख रहे हैं, this space has to have a lot of movement. And for that movement we took the recliner which can actually be rotated and revolved in all the directions. So now I'll show you कि हमने इस रूम में कैसे डेप्थ बनाई. अब ये बेडरूम है और इसमें बेड ना हो तो ऐसे तो नहीं हो सकता था. So for that जो अभी हमारा initially walk-in wardrobe space था उसको we knocked out the wall and we created a space which is very cozy for a bed. And because we already do not have a lot of width in the space and that was a concern, and we had to add a design element to it also कि उसके connectivity बनी रहे बाकी के घर के साथ, बाकी के room के साथ. So we added an arch look to this. I really like dressing up and I always wanted to have a very interesting and a very good dresser which could actually cater to my needs. And उसी की कोशिश में to find out the best one, what I did was I added a big mirror here. And mirror जो था it was initially black, जिसको मैंने brush paint look से with the golden effect दिया है, the antique effect which is going in the room. It comes with 2 deep drawers and 2 deep drawers are actually taking care of a lot of things जो भी are pertaining to the complete look that I want to do. Let me take you to the terrace, the kitchen garden छोटा सा है that I have made here, and how we spend our mornings outdoors. So with lot of plants and lot of greenery, जो कि मेरी first requirement थी जो मैंने आपको initially बताया था, when we entered the house, we realized कि winters के अंदर we needed another space for them, like a greenhouse kind space जहाँ पे काफ़ी warmth हो. So on the जो हमारे घर की roof है उसके ऊपर I have created this space which is like a greenhouse and जिसमें काफ़ी warm रहता है. And in winters we have our plants here, and also here we have created a sitting space. जब हमारी party के लिए we use this space, that's when we really deck it up. So काफ़ी basic structure is already in place thanks to the greenhouse look that we've created here. And we just need to add a little lights and little table and chair here and there, and we're good to go. So that ways I would say that it's a very good thing to have ऐसे open spaces in your house. So that was my house, and it's one of my favorite projects and it's very precious to me. So make sure to let me know how did you like it, and अगर आपको कुछ भी इसके बारे में पूछना हो, कोई suggestions हो, आपका अपना कोई input हो, and do let me know. You can contact me, the details are mentioned. Also अगर आपको लगता है कि you have something that you want to put out in your house to add on to your home decor and you want tips on that, how you can go around it, then you know whom to reach. So that is there. So my company Design 101 was started by me, and it's been 9 years now that we started the work. We do designing of the houses also, of offices also. We do complete interiors along with the furniture manufacturing, which is our core competency. So we look forward for that, and we have a very extensive experience. We have done projects in Maharani Bagh, in Vasant Kunj, in Chanakyapuri, and in Delhi NCR. We have done a lot of projects. In Manesar, our current projects are going on. Do get in touch on that.